Alcohol and Sports Nutrition for Unit 8. This is Martha Olson. Just a fun little PowerPoint I created to talk about alcohol and how it relates to sports nutrition. True or false? Alcohol was once given to workers as an inducement to do boring, painful, and dangerous jobs. That is true. A compound name that ends in OL usually indicates an alcohol structure. True. Alcohol is formed when yeast ferments proteins to yield an energy in a process called fermentation. That's false. Sugars are not proteins. Alcohol or ethyl alcohol, we know that these small organic compounds with one hydroxyl group attached to the two carbons, it can dissolve in fats and other lipids, and unfortunately it can give us 7 kilocalories per gram but has no essential function in the body, so we call those empty calories. Alcohol requires no digestion, and so it's absorbed very easily all along the GI tract. That's why if you go and drink alcohol on an empty stomach, it absorbs much quicker than if you go someplace and have hot wings and salty, greasy food that gives you some substance in the stomach to slow the absorption and digestion just a little bit. Most of the acetyl-CoA produced from alcohol is routed to the synthesis of fatty acids. Fatty liver is apparent even after one night of binge drinking. There are differences in the metabolism according to the level of alcohol metabolizing enzymes that a person has. So there are genetic and gender differences that need to be noted. Gender meaning male versus female. Women tend to have more fat tissue versus males that have more muscle, but also the genetic component of some of the enzymes that people have. Alcohol affects all organs in the body, most obvious the brain and the nervous system. GI and liver are affected, but it does truly affect all of the systems in the body. True or false? One serving of alcohol is considered 12 ounces of beer, 8 ounces of wine, and 3 ounces of distilled spirits. That's false. It should be 5 ounces of wine and only 1.5 ounces of a distilled spirit. Alcohol absorption begins immediately in the mouth and esophagus where small quantities enter the bloodstream. That's true. And metabolizing and detoxifying alcohol is almost entirely the responsibility of the gallbladder. That's false. We know that the detoxifying of alcohol is in the liver, and that's why we see cirrhosis of the liver for people that drink alcohol on a regular basis or binge. The most effective treatment for a hangover is time. That's true. And women produce more alcohol dehydrogenase than men, causing them to get drunk more slowly. That's false. Women get drunk more quickly. And the liver can metabolize 2 drinks per hour is false. It's only 1 drink per hour. The other thing to keep in mind is if a person would drink more than the liver can metabolize, the body determines it cannot handle that, and you see various things happen. One is vomiting. When the body vomits, it's the way the body wants to get rid of what it identifies as something foreign or something harmful. It's like when you have food poisoning and you vomit. When you have too much alcohol to metabolize, a person will vomit, and many times the brain has already been affected, and what you see then is the person will aspirate. And sometimes people find their friends next to the toilet trying to vomit after a night of drinking, and they are dead because they have aspirated the vomit into their lungs. True or false? Alcohol has the potential to reduce the risk for heart disease when consumed in moderate amounts. That is true. Moderate drinking for men is 3 drinks per day. That's false. It's 2 drinks for men, 1 drink for a woman. And alcohol has 4 kilocalories per gram is false. We know it's 7. 4 kilocalories is your carbohydrates. Your proteins and your fats, remember, are 9 kilocalories per gram. The freshman 15. Does alcohol really contribute to the freshman 15 weight gain? We're going to do a little activity where we look at that. Remember, it does not take into account your diet and activity level, but we're just going to look at calories for a typical freshman that chooses to drink alcohol. So how many drinks does an average number, or how many nights does a student drink on average? And then we need to look at the type of drink that they would consume and how many weeks are in that semester. And if we were to just throw some numbers into this, you can play around with this and do do different numbers if you want, but let's say that they drink 4 nights a week. Always have to get in Thirsty Thursdays. And the type of drink consumed, let's go with light beer, which is 105 kilocalories for a 12 ounce, and there's 15 weeks in the semester because you can't count finals week. So the number of drinks per kilocalories in a serving is the number of kilocalories consumed in one night of alcohol is about 420 calories a night. And if they drink 4 nights a week, it's about 1,680 calories. And we take that by the 15 weeks in the semester, it will give you about 25,000 kilocalories for the semester of extra calories. So when we take the equation that 1 pound is 3,500 kilocalories, and we take the 2,500 times 3,500 kilocalories, we get about 7.2 pounds per semester just from drinking 1 beer 4 nights a week. So yes, it does contribute to the freshman 15, because by the end of 2 semesters you would have 14.6 extra pounds added on to that person. I hope that you've enjoyed this little PowerPoint with some true and false and a little bit of alcohol math, and we will be continuing on then to the Chapter 7 alcohol.